going to do? What you going to do? You going to get me with some Slim Shady lyrics? Oh, boy, you think you're real funny, don't you? Oh, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you today.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's video with us here on Charleston Car Videos. So tonight we're going to be taking a look at the BMW Z4. You know, the Z4 is a fun little roadster to drive, and people all over the Charleston area seem to like them. We've seen them on the road quite often here, and you know, you got these beautiful bridges and all these great roads to ride around in Charleston, so the Z4 may be just a car for you. Stay with us. We're just getting this video started. We're gonna hop in, crank it up, get the lights on, and see what it's all about. Here we go. Alright, everybody, so we're back with you. Now, before we start looking at the Z4, we're gonna actually we're gonna hop in this BMW 335i, crank it up, and park it back in the correct parking spot. You know, hold on. I'm really surprised that we haven't sold this 335i yet. I mean, twin turbo, it's sporty, it's black, it's got nice interior. I mean, it's actually a pretty decent car. Drives good. It's got a lot of power for sure. Very quick on the highway, but it hasn't sold yet. We've had it for, oh gosh, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. I'm getting probably, you know, 20 plus messages on Facebook a day on it. It's really hard to keep up with, but I'm doing a good job trying to keep up with all the customers that are emailing on this car and messaging me. And I definitely get a lot of people saying, is it available? And I say, yes, it is available. And you know, some come and see it and then they leave. So I had one guy drive all the way here from North Carolina to come check it out, and then he told me some reasons on why he didn't want to buy it, and he left. And then I just now had a guy that came and looked at it with his dad, and he's interested in getting it but doesn't have the money yet. So I mean, everybody's reason on why they want it or why they don't want it, or maybe they just can't get it, is different. But I will tell you, the one guy that came in looking at it, he from North Carolina, he was really interested in the car. I mean, again, he drove over 5-6 hours away to come see the car, but he thought that the turbos possibly would blow up on it before he got back up to North Carolina if he bought it. Basically, he was saying he saw a little bit of oil here and there up under the hood on the engine. Not on the engine, but there was some oil in different spots, and he thinks it's got a pretty bad oil leak or something like that. Now, here's my thoughts. I talked to actually the mechanic in the back, told him, and he's like, no way. He's like, it's not going to blow up. You know, I did see a few little spots in there that had some grease, but no heavy oil or any kind of heavy leakage or anything fresh. I mean, it was just, maybe it's a little dirty under there, it needs a good cleaning. But again, I didn't see anything like dripping or sitting on the ground or the pavement under the car or anything like that. So, you know, maybe he was just telling me that because he started thinking to himself and was like, I just don't think I want it, you know? And that's okay, you know, you don't have to play games with me. Just be straight up, be like, Chad, man, you know, I came down here, I looked at it, and I don't know, just something threw me off on the car and I don't like it, you know? But again, everybody's different. And maybe this young guy that came down here, he was pretty young, you know, in his early 20s. Maybe he was like, you know, I don't want to get it because if something goes wrong with it, it's going to be expensive to fix and I don't have the money for it, you know? That's a possibility. But, because BMWs, I will not play games with you folks. BMWs are costly to fix. So if you're going to buy a BMW, where it's the 335i, the 7 Series over there, the Mercedes, or even the Z4 we're getting ready to look at, please remember that just about all European cars, including Audi, are expensive to work on, okay? So just keep that in mind because things will break. They're man-made. And if you're going to buy an older European vehicle, you need to be able to have the income or the money in the bank to replace things and fix things, okay? A lot of people love driving European vehicles, And a lot of people love these older body styles. You know, not everybody wants a brand new body style car. I mean, we all do really probably like brand new body style cars, right? But some people really like the old school cars, and just like this one here, it's a good looking vehicle. It really is. But you're gonna see tonight on this video that yes, there's things on that Z4 that need fixed. So let's go ahead and pull it out and take a look. So as you're seeing right now on camera, I got the key to the Z4. The key has buttons on it so you can unlock it and lock it, which are not working. So that tells me that the battery is possibly bad inside the key. But the odd thing is when I put the key in the door handle over there, it's not unlocking it. So I mean, it's moving and making the car beep and all that, but it's not letting me actually unlock the car to be able to get inside of it. What in the world is this? So let's go over here to this side and see if we can get in from this side of the car. Well, unfortunately, there's no key part on there. So luckily it was unlocked, right? And of course I did want to have like an epic intro to the car, you know, cinematic rolling out and all that, but I don't think that's happening on this one, because right now it's being a little turd. You little Z4U. Well, let's see if we can even crank it up. Yeah. Well, so that's definitely a problem. Right now we can't even crank it up. Let's go. Well, now that we got this door open, let's go over there and let's see if we can get in and put our foot on the brake and see if that'll crank the car up. Oh man, things are already not starting out too good on the video. But please stay with me because things could get better. And if you're watching right now, most likely you may have messaged me on Facebook Messenger and said, Chad, I like the BMW. Can I see the video, please? Sure. So you're watching me right now. All right, hold on. Now I got my foot on the brake. And it's dead. I mean, the battery's dead, the car's low on gas. We're gonna have to go get our jump box and try to crank it up. Stay with us. All right, everybody. So with a BMW Z4, I wanna let you know real quickly here that the battery to the car is not under the hood of the car. I just got done trying to find it. And the battery to the vehicle is actually in the trunk of the vehicle. You can see it right in there. There it is right there. So the battery's in the trunk, which some people say, well, why is the battery in the trunk and not under the hood? Well, maybe they didn't have enough room for the battery up under the hood. Maybe they put the battery in the trunk because they got more room. Maybe the battery's in the trunk because the battery stays cooler in the trunk. I've heard that one before too. Anyways, tonight's video, we're gonna just say it's sponsored by this Jump Start battery, NOCO, I don't know. They're not really a sponsor of tonight's video, but it's a brand new jump starter that that dealership got me. I mean, it's literally brand spanking new. Just charged it up. But this is they call a jump box is what we used to call it in the car business. But this is a really nice jumper here, man. It's got, first off, it's got a light on here. Check this out. Got a light, goes through a couple different stages on the light, as you can see. It blinks, does some flashing. So it's got a really nice light on there, which is really helpful at nighttime when needing to get up under a car, or even just have some light if you need some light, right? But the other thing is it jumps the car off, and that's what's most important. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. The model of this one is the GP70. I've used it one time so far, and this is my second time using it. Duracell Battery Company supposedly is sending me a jump box that's even smaller than that one, and they want us to do a review on it and do a few videos sponsoring it, and hopefully do a little video going back and forth on these things. So that's coming in the future with Duracell Battery Company. So thank you to them. All right. So anyways, a little tough to do this with my hands on the camera, so let's set the camera down and see what we can do. What you're going to do with this is you're going to basically, just like any other jump box, you're going to put it right there, and then put the black on the black, like that. You're going to cut your power on, just like that, okay? And then this right here, we're going to hold this button down right here, if you can see that. Hold on. Hold that down till that light starts blinking. Well, maybe it's not. Well, we might already be ready. So we got that. Let's see if we can crank it up. I don't know though, something tells me, well, I'll be doggone it, the door, that has got to be annoying. And if you want to buy it from me, please ask me to get the door fixed for you, right? So I can get the guys in the shop to figure that one out, because who wants to buy a BMW and not be able to get in? And man, this whole door situation and this battery situation, that was a muscle car, a Ford Mustang. Anyways, this whole battery situation tonight and the door situation has pretty much really slowed down my entire review. But hey, it's a vlog, right? That's what we like to say. It's a vlog video. So it takes a little longer to do, but I really want y'all to know all about it. Where's the key? Oh man, and it's chilly tonight. It really is. Probably not the best time of year to be buying convertibles. All right, here we go. So that's all it needed. It's cranked up. It just needed a jump start, so that worked out great. All right, let's start things over. Here we go. Alright everybody, so finally we're getting to do our review. I really do appreciate y'all sticking with us there for the last few minutes. This is the 2003 BMW Z4 Roadster. This vehicle comes equipped with the 6.0, no, not 6.0, I'm thinking of that Challenger, 3.0 liter V6. And I'll tell you all about the car tonight. We're going to pop the hood here in just a minute. I already got it kind of cracked, but we're going to take a look at the exterior, then the interior, and then under the hood, okay? So anyways, you know, the exterior of this car is in pretty decent shape. It is a bit cold tonight, which we got some condensation on the car, but from looking at it yesterday or earlier today in the sun, the paint's really nice. It's shiny. You do have your xenon, which they call them HID headlights on the front, which are really super bright at nighttime. And seem to be pretty bright right now on the camera lens. You have your kidney grille. Your BMW logo is definitely starting to chip away, as you can tell there. You know, some do it, some don't. I don't know, but this one's doing it. And you know, hey, if I bought it, I'd probably end up buying a new one at some point and get some double-sided sticky tape and putting it on there. Before I started recording again just a moment ago, the owner walked out and he said, Chad, he said, please let him know about some of the damage to the car. And I looked at him, I said, well, I always talk about the damage on the cars. I sure do. He said, also let him know that the convertible top is not working. So I'm letting you know, folks. Of course, I would let you know anyways because we would test them out. But the convertible top, according to the man at the dealership that bought the car last night at the auction yesterday morning, said that the top is not currently working at this particular moment. I do not know why. The top does seem to be in decent shape, but it's obviously electronic and it's not It's not retracting and doing what it's supposed to do. We're still going to get in there and play with it though and see what the deal is, because I've been around a lot of BMWs and a lot of high-end cars, and sometimes I can see what's going on. Anyways, as you can see, there is some damage to the driver's side of the car. You know, you can really see it. The paint's kind of scratched. It's even dented in a little bit, right? Well, more than a little. It's dented in pretty good right there, but not like boom, like Shaquille O'Neal or some big NFL player came up and rammed it. But it definitely got some scratchage, and it's got some dentage going on, okay? So obviously it hasn't been to the body shop yet to get fixed, has it? Alloy wheels definitely look good. I'm really liking those wheels. Good looking tires too. They're Advans, which I'm thinking are Toyo Advans. Which have plenty of tread on there, as you can see. What size rim is it, right? That's the next question. I would guess an 18 or a 19. It is actually actually an 18. It's a 225/40 R18. So good looking wheel. Nice big rim on a small car. Always looks great. We will get to the hood here in just a moment. The front windshield on the car is cracked, okay? You have a crack going right here. That's the only spot, but yes. You can see it on the camera lens right there with the condensation on the window. One thing I've always liked about the little BMW is the hips in the back really kind of flare out a little bit, giving it a very nice, sexy kind of look, you know, like a beautiful woman walking through the mall with those wide hips, you know. You like it. You're like, oh man, that's sexy, you know. So that's what this car's got. And then the rear end of the car just kind of jets up a little bit in the back and just gives it a very orgasmic look, which I really do like about this car. So very sexy look compared to a car like this, like let's say a Honda S2000, sporty but not sexy like the Z4. So that's one thing I like. The back tires are also Toyo Advans, and they're a 255/35/18, so a different size tire. We got a 40 series in the front, a 35 in the back. I do not know if that's a standard thing here on Z4s, but if you're an expert on Z4s, please let me know. Is that correct? You know, because Corvettes sometimes have 18s in the front and 19s in the back. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, the back window's in great shape, as you can see. I mean, the top is in great shape. I mean, look at the top. It's still nice and dark. It's not all faded. There's no rips or tears. I mean, the top is in beautiful shape. It's too bad to hear that it's actually broken, though, you know? Good thing it's wintertime, because you won't be riding with it, you know, down all that often in the winter anyways. And again, it is a 3.0i. Taillights have a little bit of condensation on the inside. It's hard to see, but I'm just telling you what I'm seeing with my human eyes. The third brake light that sits right here, there's tape on it right now, so that's pretty ghetto. But hey, they're saving it right now so water doesn't get all in there. So what would you do if your third brake light broke, right? You'd probably put a piece of duct tape over it just like that. You know, I'm sorry that that's there like that, but again, at the Auto Buy Center, this is what we do. We buy inexpensive cars and we sell them. That's what we do. So, you know, these things are things that you're going to need to get fixed on the car after buying it from us. The tailpipes do look nice. They got a nice chrome tint to them, as you can see right there. Okay, so there's that. And then there's the passenger side, which is in a lot better shape. My camera's definitely got some condensation on the lens right now, but there it goes, it's off. But so the passenger side of the vehicle looks pristine, and looks like it was never hurt at all. It's just that driver's side there. So anyways, with no further ado, let's go ahead and hop in and take a look inside the interior. You already seen the trunk earlier when we did the battery. Not a lot of space back there, but enough for one club of golf clubs. You do know the door does not open, okay? So you're gonna wanna probably put this car in the garage and walk up and just grab the door handle here and open up like that. Again, it's just one of those strange things. It's like, why is that not working? You know, I mean, why is that, BMW? Please tell me, because every other car in America seems to have a working driver's door. Why not you, little Z4? Anyways, you do got power windows, they work. Tinted windows, which is nice. Both sides work, as you can see right there, going down, going up. So that's just fine. You got power mirrors, you got component sets on your speakers. You got a small speaker here and a tweeter up there. Okay, you got leather seats, which are in great shape. I mean, take a look at those seats. Very nice, in good condition, no rips, no tears, and I mean, really look very nice. Okay, so good seat, a very clean floor. The mileage on the car is 149,000, I believe. And one thing I'll look at is down here at the pedals. They look pretty good, not majorly worn or anything. Okay, let's go ahead and hop in and see what we got going going on inside the Z4 tonight. Today's the 16th of November, so just kind of letting y'all know. Let's go ahead and get our AC on. We're going to press that button there, and the main thing we're doing tonight is we're going to see if the air conditioner works. Okay, that's a very important thing. Do the wipers work? Of course they do. They don't really get the condensation off the window all that well, though, so that tells me most likely you're going to need new wiper blades. All right, let's look at the oh, actually, we were wrong on the mileage. We're a little bit off, but not by much, about 10,000 miles. 159,796 on the mileage. Which another nice thing we're seeing right now is there's no check engine lights on. Looks like the tire pressure light is on up there, which kind of makes sense because it is kind of cold outside, and that happens from time to time in the winter. You do have heated seats. I'm going to go ahead and cut those on right here, and let's see if they work. I'll let you know in just a moment. Let's cut the fan speed down. Let's put our fan actually up onto the window there to get that condensation off. Kind of heat that up, right? We'll make sure the heater works in the car. Let's see if the radio works. Got it on Z93 jams, just real quick. Alright, radio works. So I don't want to get any copyright notices from YouTube, but the radio does work. I've had people ask before, Chad, can you do an audio stereo test on a car? No, because I don't want to have any copyright problems. Maybe we need to burn some music onto a royalty-free type music onto a MP3 and do it that way. That'd be a great idea, Chad. I'll just come up with that. Your top controls are right here. Okay, we're going to give it a test here in just a minute, but right now I do not feel any heat coming through, so let's cut the air conditioner button off and see if that changes it a little bit. Anyways, radio works fine, and you can see everything on there just fine and dandy. Okay, so nothing's messed up on there. Where's our lights in here? Where are the lights? Here we go. There we go. Those are working just fine up there. That's nice. You got a mirror. But here's the top. It's tough to see, but basically where that handle is usually at is gone. That's what it is. But is there a handle on an electronic top? I don't know. Let's take a look. We got our buttons right here. We're going to go ahead and hit this one and see what happens. I'm holding that button down. Nothing's happening. Let's hit this button over here. Okay, so something is definitely up with the top, as I told y'all. So we'll just take the owner's word for it. So you got cigarette lighter, which misses the lighter part. It's missing that part, but does have an ashtray. Does have a sport mode. You can cut that on for sportier driving, of course. Drive, park, all that. Do these work? Okay, those work. E-brake, there you go. Storage back here. As you can see, right in there, some storage, just a itty bitty little bit. Other than that, I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and run it down the road real quick, and then when we come back, we're going to look under the hood. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and take it out for a drive down the highway here and see how the Z4 handles. Again, it's my first time driving this car. And the heat's finally cutting on. It's getting a little bit warm on the inside. The defrost is working on the back window right now. It is rear-wheel drive. It's a beautiful night. And as soon as traffic kind of slows down a little bit, we're going to hit the street here. Here we go. You know, always when I test drive with a car that I don't know about, I try to be kind of cautious when first driving. So I always tell customers to do that as well. Don't get real hard on the engine when it's your first time driving it, because you don't know, you just don't know. The car, could have some issues, and if you pull out in heavy traffic and you've never driven it before, you don't know what could happen. I've told a story about a young man in a Chevy Corvette that pulled out of a car lot that ended up dying because he, pulled out too quickly in a Lincoln Town Car came, or a Crown Vic or something like that came and T-boned him, and he passed away. And I worked at the car store right next door with that day when that happened. But anyways, back to the BMW. One thing I'm noticing right now is that it's definitely got a alignment problem, as in it's pulling really bad to the right. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Watch this. As you can see, it's pulling bad. And now that we're driving it and got it running, we do have a light on right there that's showing coolant. Okay? So at any moment now, this car could start overheating due to the coolant problem. So that light is on. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm not gonna go very far in this vehicle because I do not want to cause any more harm to the vehicle if it starts overheating. That's one thing that you do not want to do, is drive a car hot for very long, because it won't take long for you to blow a head gasket, okay? But you can see right there, that light is on, and that, it's hard to tell with my camera, but here. But you can tell it looks like a radiator with some fluid in there. Okay? So that's definitely something to pay attention to. And it definitely does need an alignment because it's pulling. And it's not like lightly going over to the right. You can't let off the steering wheel, or it automatically starts going over to the right. So that's going on. And an alignment's not going to be very expensive to fix, but it's definitely something you're going to need to get done after buying it. Normally I would get on the road and really give it some gas and see how the car drives, but it's already over the halfway mark on the temperature, so I'll give it a little gas right now. I mean, it definitely feels good, you know, sitting on the ground real low, and it's definitely a very nice interior. The cockpit feels good, you know. It's a nice car, man, but the pulling, that's dangerous. And the overheating, it's not overheating yet, but it's definitely something that possibly could happen after driving it for 30 minutes after you bought it. Definitely a beautiful night out tonight. The brakes are working, so that's good. There's no heavy shaking or anything in the steering wheel when you hit the brakes, so I know they're not. They don't need to be turned, and there's no grinding sound, so we don't need pads right now. It's Friday night, so there's definitely a lot of cars on the road. Let's go ahead and get back into the store here for a moment, pop the hood and see what's going on under there. Suspension feels pretty good. It feels like a Z4. Again, I have driven these before, so I am familiar with the way they drive. But again, what's concerning me right now is the light that's on right there about the radiator. So, and again, you know, it may not be hard to do a radiator in the car. That may be a pretty simple fix to do a radiator. You might be able to do that on yourself at home. But we're going to get under the hood here and take a look and see if that can be difficult. But, and oddly, now that I'm back at the store, the light just cut off. Look at this. Like, where'd the light go? I mean, as soon as we get back to the store, it cuts off. It's like, oh, I know. I don't want to be on while I'm at the store. Okay, that's weird. So that tells me, you know, we do have a technician in our shop back there, but that's like, oh, okay, so maybe the light doesn't come on until you're driving down the road or something. So if these mechanics, you know, here's the thing, guys. If our mechanic back there is not getting in the cars, checking them out, driving them after checking them out, then check them out again, if he's not doing that, you know, then I don't know everything going on with it. You know, they have to tell us what's going on with the cars. This is why I am checking them out to the best of my knowledge. I always suggest for customers to bring a mechanic with them, have them check the car out, take the car to a mechanic, get it checked out before you buy it, okay? We don't mind you doing that. So, you know, I always think people should do that. A mobile mechanic was here a few days ago. I got his business card, and hey, I'll put his information in the video here today, you know, so you can call him up and have him come out. He only charges $75 to do a thorough look over of a vehicle. So he'll tell you everything going on with it, $75. Another thing I suggest everybody get is this right here, Bible Confidence. We sell ASC warranties for engines and transmissions for every car on the lot, okay? Yes, it's going to cost you a little extra to buy a warranty with the vehicle, but this right here can be a lifesaver for you, because if something breaks and it's pretty serious on the engine transmission after leaving here, you're going to want to have a warranty, okay? So I got these right here stocked now, and I'm putting them on every single car that's on the car lot. Again, it's so important for you to have a warranty on your car. Anyways, so that's that. Let's go ahead and get under the hood of the car and see what's going on with it, right? You know, the engine sounds good, you know, running wise. I'm looking for smoke right now. I don't see any of that. That's your intake system. Again, it is a V6 under here. Everything seems to be running out pretty good on the car, you know, other than the light that went off earlier. So, you know, again, I'm not a certified technician, folks. I do want to learn more about inspecting cars so I can do that on camera and show you all the vehicles. But right now, I'm not a mechanic, and I don't want to say yay or nay what's wrong with the car, because I don't really know what's wrong with the car until I get more knowledge in it. One thing I will tell you that's kind of odd on the car is this right here. I noticed that just now. That's kind of odd. So, I mean, you know, a vehicle that came from BMW at the dealership new back in the day would not have this right here, okay? That looks like primer. It's here. Okay, that feels nice and smooth right there. But even right here, it's a primer color. It's right there. Okay? So those are indications to me that the car has been repainted at some point. The other thing, was the car a different color at some point? I don't think so. I think it was always that black BMW. So the main things we're noticing tonight on the Z4 is that the door handle doesn't work. You can't get in the car, okay? You have to go through the passenger side. The convertible top doesn't work. It needs an alignment done to the car. Obviously there's an accident up the road, but so we need an alignment, we need a top fixed, we need a door handle fixed. I don't know if the air conditioner works. It may work. It's hard to tell when it's cold outside right now, but I did hear earlier, I did hear something clicking in the motor, so maybe it does work. But, and then, you know, something happened with the paint, and then when we first got in the car tonight, it had a battery issue. So, you know, at the end of the video here, you want to know, well, what's the price of the car, Chad? Let me tell you. So the BMW Z4 tonight, I know y'all can't see this too well, but 2003 Z4, $59,787 V6 black. The price tonight is $5,000 for the BMW Z4. Again, $5,000 cash. Alright everybody, thanks for watching the video with us tonight here on Charleston Car Videos. Again, my name's Chad with the Auto Buy Center in Ravenel. If you're interested in buying this BMW for $5,000 cash or want to make an offer, please do in the comments section or message me again on Facebook and say, hey Chad, I'd like to offer you this. As always though, I do suggest you coming out and taking the car for a test drive, having a mechanic take a look at it, and then at that point make a reasonable offer to the dealership. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe to us here on Charleston Car Videos.
Everybody seems